All right, how's it going, everyone? Happy Monday. I'm here with Connor, myself, Rose, and so Connor, let's talk about this first thing that we spoke about. We had it on our Instagram page. The Hamilton Security Company, Star Security, I believe they're called, that did not pay their guards any pandemic pay. Can you believe this crap? Okay, I don't even know what to say. What do you?
That's outrageous.
Of course it is.
Nobody should be working for this company anymore. If you didn't get paid, you should quit and go somewhere else.
Yeah, true. Well, where are they going to go?
Guaranteed. I would not be working for this guy anymore.
Yeah.
Just quit and get something else. There's all these other companies out there, legitimate. And this guy, he's lucky I'm not working for him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and it's funny because
he's going to make a lot of money.
He is.
They're making all that money, and these guards are working for you, dude.
Yeah.
These are your guards. You're not paying them? That's outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even have words for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you see, the thing is, too, he thought he was going to get away with it. I guess he was trying to hide it, but one of the guards exposed him, and that's why it went viral. Just went viral. Now everyone's talking about it. This company's done now, I think. Pretty much.
I don't think so. It's not done because he still has a contract.
Well, when I say done, I mean, after this, it made headline news. I don't think guards are going to appreciate. They're not going to apply. That's what I think.
That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't work for these guys.
Yeah.
If you're not paying properly, don't work for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad enough you're working for minimum wage.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. So, also, I wanted to talk about going into. We had a guy speak to us last week. He called in no-shows for people who show up late. Right now, we're just on a security site, and we know what that's about. People not showing up. What's your thoughts on that?
No, I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I really hate that. Mm-hmm. And guards, if you're not going to show up, then just quit. If you're going to quit before you have to go to your shift. Quit a couple days before, or whatever. If you're sick, call in. Don't just not show, because you're disrespecting your fellow guards. Mm-hmm. And it pisses people off like crazy. Pisses people off. Mm-hmm. Like, I hate that. I'm sitting there after my shift and you didn't show up, and then I got to call the office and they're going to make me stay late after, let's say, 12-hour shift. Come on. That's not good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Especially if I have another shift the next day. Nope.
Yep.
And the guard companies, you better fire these people or discipline them. No, you can't have these people. Mm-hmm. It's not professional.
It's not. But you know what I think? You know what I think too? The guard companies, they're no better because they're the same ones that will ask you to stay. Can you stay an extra 3 hours, 4 hours until so-and-so? What happened to mobile? I swear that that's their job. Aren't they supposed to hold down shifts until someone comes in?
Some of the companies are too big. They have too many sites.
It's not our problem.
Oversighted, yeah. They're oversighted. They don't have enough guards to cover, and they don't have enough mobile to cover every single... If a whole bunch of people just showed up, that's it. They're done.
Well, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know. I remember I had a shift one time, and legit, they asked me to stay 2 hours. I said, sure. It was an 8-hour shift, so okay, an extra 2, 10. Then at 10, they called me, can you stay till another 3 hours? I said, and then I have to come back that same night. I said, when am I supposed to sleep? And he's like, I understand, but, can you help us out? Meanwhile, if you want to do something, they give you such a hard time.
Yeah, that happened to me before, too. I was supposed to leave at a certain time, and there was no replacement guard. Mm-hmm. And they were going to make me stay, and I had to work the next day. Same thing. And I said, okay, I'm done. I quit. Mm-hmm. Enough of this. I'm done. Yeah. I don't need it. Mm-hmm. It's too much. You have computers. You have all that stuff in your offices. You should know who's coming in and what's going on. You call them and tell. You find out. They didn't show up. Well, they're fired. Mm-hmm. Or they're disciplined. Mm-hmm. Don't let them come the next day or whatever. They don't want to show up, then you have disciplinary action. Use it.
Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, we're going to take our caller right now, Mr. Shawn Starry. He is a security professional. He owns his own security company, and we're just going to pick his brain, talk to him about some things, get his opinions on what it is that's going on in the industry, and we'll just, shoot the jab, see what he says. And I also want to mention that Shawn Starry is calling us from Freeport, Illinois, which is about an hour and 45 minutes outside Chicago. So, this is going to be interesting. And actually, Connor, I think he's already on the line. I see the signal there. So, Shawn, talk to us about your company and what it is that you do.
Okay, so working in the security industry, one of the most underrated areas is home security. There's been an increase of home invasions happening across America.
Mm-hmm.
So what I wanted to address was a better way to for homes that could be able to protect their own homes without really having to be more effective, but less impact on the wallet, I should say.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been running your company?
There's two,
Mm-hmm.
just my wife and I.
Okay. Which one?
So,
Mm-hmm.
so we're both. I'm the president of the company. She's the vice president.
Okay.
So the big thing about this company is that what we're doing is, for example, like ADT security has been around for the last 80 years.
Mm-hmm.
And what most people don't know about like companies that do monitoring, they don't actually prevent home invasions from happening,
Mm-hmm.
or much less burglaries. They're just simply a response system. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not actual defense.
Mm-hmm.
So what we wanted to focus on was the three topics, three keys that we practice in the security industry. And the first one is prevention.
Mm-hmm.
So, the old saying, if your house looks beat up, the chances are the bad guy's not going to want to rob your house because you see condition of the outside of your home is, unappealing. So you get into homes that look appealing. So how can we focus on the prevention side?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where we get into teaching homeowners on we have three small training videos. First one is prevention. The second one is deterring. And then the third one is the actual defense itself. And the actual defense itself is a lot like the ALICE program that they use for schools, businesses, industries. So what we decided to do was a POV version of the defense. So to teach people how they can practice home invasion drills.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a fire drill or like a tornado drill or things like that. Or back in the 50s, they used to have atomic bomb drills. But this has to do with home invasion. So the first one is the prevention side. It's just simple things like keeping things, out of your yard, in front of your place that bad guys could use to use as a device to break into your door, your windows, and things like that. The other one is keeping your drapes closed.
Mm-hmm.
If you have black drapes, that's even better because then it makes it nearly impossible to see it. Mm-hmm. And if you live in a glass house, the best thing to do is put up this. They have like this film that you can put on your window, and what it does is it blurs out. So the bad guy, what they do is they spend time casing neighborhoods, and what they're going to be looking for is a few key things. Like one, they're going to look. If they can be able to look directly into your window, and they see that you have valuables, laid out about, they're going to either write down the address, or they'll, in some cases, like in Europe, they'll actually, simple things like they'll put a plastic bag on your fence.
Mm-hmm.
Some marker, something to identify that this house is robbable. Others, they use graffitis. They use little symbols of graffitis on the sidewalk or something.
Wow.
Most people overlook the small stuff. They don't really realize that their house has been cased for a burglary or even a potential home invasion. A lot of times what happens with home invasions is it starts off as a burglary. They think that they're not home. And once they get inside, then they find out that you are home. Then now it turns into a home invasion because their goal is to take out the alpha male, so to speak.
Yeah.
So that anybody else that's in the home is not a threat. They can continue to go about doing their business. In some cases, they'll actually kill the entire family because they don't want any witnesses.
That's true. We've heard stories from that. Like it's crazy what goes on. Connor, you had any questions as well too? Because this is interesting. What did you want to ask, Shawn?
What about guns in America? So a couple got.
What about guns in America?
Yeah, the couple got indicted for having their self-defense. I don't remember where it is now. What state? It was in the news not too long ago.
Yeah, guns are actually a huge commodity in the criminal market. Most people don't realize is that if you have a gun safe or guns within view, they're definitely going to rob your place. And most of my clients that I've spoken to at first, they would say, when we would discuss about, the prevention, deterring, and defense method. I've got a gun. I said, okay. Well, where's your gun right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, it's locked up in my safe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you know that it takes approximately 45 seconds for someone to break down your door? By the time they get that door open, you are already halfway to your gun safe.
Mm-hmm. And
by then it's too late.
It's true.
So I tell people, if you are going to be home, make sure you have, a gun on you. It could be, like a 9mm or 45 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that on you at all times while you're in the home. Here's the added bonus to this. You don't have to worry about your child playing with your gun and accidentally shooting themselves if the gun is on you.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So your reaction time to defending your home is 10 times quicker if you have your gun on you, because you can send your family to what we call a safe room. A safe room is 1 or 2 rooms. If you have multiple levels, you want to have one on each floor. And their design basically is to be impenetrable, but at the same time you have an exit route.
Mm-hmm.
So in case they decide they want to set the house on fire with you in it, you'll be able to be able to leave that safe room.
Mm-hmm.
In some cases, some people will go a little crazy and they want to build a bunker. Well, that's fine, but not everybody has $1 million to build a bunker. So
exactly.
So a few things. I know it's kind of crazy, but I've actually had clients do this based on my recommendations. Is that they swap out the interior doors. Now the interior doors are real light and they've got that sponge in the middle, so it makes it extremely easy to break through. I always tell them, get a steel-clad door, like your exterior door, like you have on your house. Put it on your bedroom door, where your bedroom door is. The reason for this is because your steel door is fire rated, and it can absorb a lot more abuse than your typical interior door can. And you can put up, we have a thing called a linebacker, and you can put that up on the inside. So if you got an inside swing door, put the linebacker up, they're not going to get through that door because the linebacker is actually fastened to the frame.
Mm-hmm.
These are solid 2x4s that's what the door is being attached to.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to wrap up. That was part 1 of our interview with Shawn. We're going to continue next week, finishing up part 2 of our interview with him. He's going to get into some other details, and I think you'll be quite impressed and interested in what he has to say. So tune in next week as we continue. This is part of the episode, part 2 with Shawn and home security. Thanks for tuning in.